Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, this is kind of iconic and very interesting here. So, as you should all know, Pennsylvania is probably the biggest and most compatible state in the said country right now when it comes to swing states. And it seems that this state is really hard to predict who is winning. It's pretty much tossed up. You take a look at Pennsylvania polling right now. Let's see. Yeah, you'll see Donald Trump won the recent poll against Kamala Harris, and Harris just sitting down at 1.5. You'll see she won a whole lot of different polls. Some of them, however, are known to be inaccurate. I'm looking specifically at the Quinnipiac poll from Quinnipiac University suggesting that Kamala Harris wins by 5. That's not going to happen, period. New York Times and Siena College or Philadelphia Inquirer says, 2.2 polls saying that Kamala Harris is going to defeat Trump by 4. Okay. I don't understand the point they're trying to make here, but what I can tell you is we won the most recent poll, but we got to keep it up. Sure, it's tightening up. The last poll that uh, like from September 12th, I believe like 10 days ago or 9 days ago, showed that Kamala Harris was defeating Trump by 4. Now it's a week now. It seems that it's getting more tightening, as the news was kind of saying. But John Fetterman, Senator John Fetterman, is U.S. Senator from Pennsylvania, is saying, you know what, these polls, they're not that all accurate. In fact, Fetterman has seen tons of momentum and energy in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania ever since the said shooting has taken place. He's saying, quote, um, Trump has a special kind of place in PA after the said assassination. So, yes, does that even, what does this mean exactly? Well, we gotta remember who John Fetterman is. John Fetterman's a moderate. I know understanding going into this election back 2 years ago when Fetterman was running for senator, we thought he was going to be a radical but it turns out no, he's actually a moderate. But this guy is blue no matter who. This guy's voting for Kamala Harris. Don't let him fool you, making him sound all pro-Trump. Oh, people love Donald Trump in Pennsylvania. No, yeah, he's trying to he's trying to intimidate you, but he is saying facts. Is he not? People, as you should know, Trump's base in Pennsylvania has only grown. Sure, Donald Trump, yeah, in a very big toxic period, managed to only lose Pennsylvania by 1.17%. 1.17%. Apparently, Pennsylvania is not the Democrat stronghold it used to be. Back in 2012, look at that. Barack Obama, 51.97% of the popular vote. You'll see, yeah, it looks here that Barack Obama defeating the overall Democrats, winning Pennsylvania by like over 5 points. This is the more Democrat peak. And you would think, oh, Mitt Romney's less of a controversial figure. He is now because he made himself to be an anti-Trumper and more like a Democrat caterer. But everyone liked Mitt Romney during the time. And plus, there was no Donald Trump, no controversy of Donald Trump. He ended up losing Pennsylvania overwhelmingly due to Barack Obama. Sure, Barack Obama is popular. He is a popular, well-respected president. But we got to understand during this time, Barack Obama also got backlash, which resulted to the creation of the Tea Party movement and the 2010 Red Wave. As well as Republican victories in 2009 and in 2011. So yes, those So it seems every off-year election for ever since Barack Obama took office has been a Republican win, except for his 2012 re-election. But yes, Pennsylvania, a huge forefront. And you think, oh, during this most unpopular um, moment in said Pennsylvania, you would expect the said state to go more close or even be carried by Romney. But then again, it's Barack Obama. But that maybe that's not so much of a big example. What about John McCain, a man who has been known for being everyone knows who John McCain is. He was a not only a U.S. senator, but gave his life up, almost gave his life up in Vietnam, and his story has been nationwide. But no one knew who Barack Obama was during this time. But when Barack Obama came into the forefront, he swept Pennsylvania by 10 points. A lot of people say, oh, no one knew who Kamala Harris was, and she's just a rep. No, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Political environment back then was overwhelmingly in favor for Democrats. So when Barack Obama came in and started speaking, everyone fell in love with him because people were done with the GOP. They were sick of the housing. They were blaming them over the housing crisis, the Great Recession, as well as the fake Iraq War. So, yes. So, interestingly enough, that is the point I'm trying to make. So, going back to, let's just say 2020, 2012, so 2024, yeah, we're looking pretty good. So yes, Pennsylvania, by truth and by far, has only gotten redder ever since Donald Trump has entered the said race. Sure, Democrats have experienced a good year in 2022, blue wave, in other words, but because there's reasons because of that. Not so much Roe v. Wade. It's just because bad candidates. Looking at the elections of 2022, I can tell you why we lost so bad. First off, we all know who Mehmet Oz is. Oz, he runs his own TV show. He's on the Discovery Channel. He's a part of Opinion with Dr. Oz, so everyone knows who he is. But the question is, can we trust him? Do we think he's going to do a good job? That's the main question. A lot of people were also skeptical about his allegiance. As you can see, he has mainly an allegiance to Turkey. And overall, although, yeah, he is born in the United States, he's a U.S. citizen, he has dual citizenship. The question is he trustworthy? Can we think he can do a good job? He's not even a politician. But then there's Sean Fetterman, who, as you know, was at the time Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania. That's how he ran on. And he also he said, hey guys, I'm going to run for the Senate if Joe Biden wins the 2020 election. Joe Biden wins the 2020 election. He goes and he runs for the Senate. Okay, so the news was already out before Mehmet Oz's news came out also. So interestingly enough, there was governor's race. It didn't really matter if Doug Mastriano was a far right far right propaganda. I don't know what you want to call him, but it didn't really matter because Doug Mastriano, yeah, he was a part of the Pennsylvania Senate, but yeah, Pennsylvania did a good job just framing him as a racist. But it's not just that. But Josh Shapiro, like I went over a couple days ago, Shapiro has been well known for his electoral record. Look at his, maybe 2020 is not the best example, but let's see. Sure, yeah, 2022 was the landslide. Yeah, this was his biggest win. But the year prior, in 2018, you'll see, oh, look, Tom Wolf, he won even bigger against Scott Wagner. The point is, guys, Pennsylvania likes to vote Democrat during these gubernatorial elections, I've noticed. Since 2014, there has been Democrat landslides. Well, 2010, Tom Corbett was the only Republican to basically the last Republican to serve office as governor. So that's the point I'm trying to make. So what is the current poll situation? Like I keep saying to my viewers, nothing's not really changing that much. Let's take a look at the 2024-2020 current situation. Yes, Kamala Harris leads the average in Pennsylvania by 1.5. Okay. Joe Biden won the average by 1.1. Okay. So obviously, she gains a little bit more in Erie and Northampton counties. So that's my theory. Erie, Northampton counties go in favor for Kamala Harris. Okay? And all this makes the Democrats so happy. This is a Kamala Harris win. Well, that's what the polls are saying. But the fact of the matter is, not only is Democrats underperforming the poll results during this time, we actually have a biased Democrat, a team cheerleader. Although he comes off as pro-Trump, he has a big pro-Trump side of him. But he is a Democrat. He is not a conservative. I wouldn't say he's a progressive. He does not like the word progressive. He is more liberal. He is a liberal. He endorsed Kamala Harris. He's going for Kamala Harris, but he's spitting out facts. He obviously is like me. He doesn't like the illusion. Hey, you know what? The fact is, we cannot keep pretending that our candidate is ahead and we're doing so well. Yeah, he's kind of like me at this point. Yeah, John Fetterman's saying, you know what? The fact is, we're seeing a lot of energy and momentum in Pennsylvania. And it's not just Pennsylvania, it's everywhere. And here in Minnesota, I don't know how many times I go into the store and I see 3 people with Trump hats. You don't see that with Kamala Harris supporters. If Kamala Harris is this huge star, like the media says she is, where is all the merchandise? I mean, I've seen no one wearing merchandise. I've seen no bumper stickers on cars. Where's that? I mean, I see more riding with Biden 2020 stickers on cars still than Harris stickers. Like, seriously. So obviously, seeing if people are running around with Trump hats in Minnesota. I specifically live in the Twin Cities. West Metro is kind of my area. West Minneapolis, St. Paul Metro. People are running around with Trump hats in the West Minneapolis, St. Paul metropolitan area. You better believe that there are people running around with Trump hats in a state that Trump barely lost by 1 point. You better believe it. And John Fetterman's giving all Democrats a warning, a very fair warning. Hey, you know what? The assassination attempt on Donald Trump really made Pennsylvania a much more difficult state to campaign in, because I don't necessarily understand it, but Pennsylvanians are moved that Donald Trump survived on their soil. Pennsylvanians are moved that Donald Trump almost gave his life on that soil. I don't necessarily understand all of it, but go and ask someone, a Pennsylvanian, what is it? How do you feel about Donald Trump almost getting killed in your state as a Pennsylvanian? John Fetterman, a Democrat, had something to say about it. And he knew, and he explained, you know what? A lot of people feel committed to vote for him now, especially in Pennsylvania, because that's where he almost died. That's where he almost died. So that is the current situation here. So what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I will see you all in the next political episode.